Hey everyone, Strict Central's back, except it's just me. We have a tournament here in Minnesota, so we got all our equipment, 15 balls. We're bowling on the Advancers for Junior Gold 2022, 43 feet, 1.69 to 1. So no Tyler today, just me. It's going to be 8 games of qualifying, and hopefully we make the cut for match play, and then hopefully a step ladder. We do have my dad recording some shots today, and yeah, so we're gonna get ready. We got Starbucks to drink, and we start in less than an hour, so let's get it. All right, so guys, great start. Game one, we just kind of tried to throw the Hellcat Accelerate. It was a little longer pattern with it being 43 feet. There was a little speed bump, so it kind of stuck towards the gutter. The gutter hook's there. It's very high friction. So I put 1,000 on my Hellcat, and pretty much I threw it 90% of the day. Game two and three here later, I switched to something else, but I would later go back to that ball. Yeah, just kind of keeping it forward rolling it. That would get it to pick up a little sooner before that hang spot down lane, and would cause me to get my ball to start up in an earlier roll, getting it to pick up. I gave myself a lot more miss room there. That third shot just kind of got away from me. I pulled my shoulder out, but the last shot also. The 110 pin I missed just barely. Spare ball kind of moved a little bit to the left at the end of the pattern, but wouldn't miss another single pin the rest of the day. So that is a very good positive. So yeah, going into game two, I think I switched into the phase two halfway through because my Hellcat looked like it was doing really terribly, but the Hellcat, I would find that I go back to it and I just keep moving farther and farther right before I start moving left again. So. All right, so after game two, we were sitting about like minus 14 or something. Just kind of got off like a little bit, just a tad. That pair just going from the low end to the high end, not really seeing how the lanes are reacting. And then I just caught like 4 splits in that game, which I'm lucky to shoot 160, I guess. Good thing I had really good spare shooting. I didn't give up. Even on some of the spares, I had like 1 washout, and I think I went like big 4, 3, 6, 7, 10. Just kind of some simple mistakes. But game three, we didn't really get much action. I was trying to get focused up and kind of was communicating with my dad, seeing what I'm doing wrong, seeing how I can get it to react correctly. I moved a little bit more left with my phase two, which I And I think I did switch to a purple to bail out that 194. I went to two purples to shoot 190. So I'm lucky I got 190 out of that. But looking ahead, we were kind of game planning. I saw a bunch of people going back to ASIM solids, really big balls, going up the gutter, harsh realities, gems. So what I did was I did exactly that. Took out my big ASIM again, moved back right where I was standing, just kind of fed it to the gutter. And I knew it was going to hook. Watching how the topography plays. The last time I bowled on this was at Cadillac, and it didn't play anything like it. So this one played a little more true. It read it a little earlier, and yeah, let's look and see how I start on my streak here. All right, guys. So ending game five, game four with 225, game five with the 226. Um, game, I mean, they were just kind of simple. Going back to the gutter, gave my theorem a look in one of the fill shots, kind of aced it. Yeah, I did leave that 7-8. It was kind of funny because I was like not expecting it, and I did make it, which is kind of funny. I'm 1 for 1 lifetime on 7-8s. Just kind of kept myself in it. Couple of error shots. I still got a lot to work to do on trying not to get ahead of myself on a string of strikes at tournaments to capitalize on bigger games. But I was grateful enough that I shot 220, 220. Kind of working on ball reaction. Again, I did take 2 weeks off so that I could heal mentally and physically for this tournament. I don't have any videos of games 6, 7, 8. It is an 8-game tournament. My dad had to go pick up a car for my sister. So just a quick recap on that. I had 218, game 6 right after that. Kind of just kept myself in it. I mean, I think I had 2 splits, but that was it. 1 makeable made. The rest are strikes. So those 2 splits kind of killed the game. One of them was in the 9th frame. 224, kind of embarrassing, honestly. It should have been 250. I had a 3-bagger going to start the game, and I was playing so close to the gutter, I got my ball to the spot too soon, and it fell in the gutter. And then I got 9. So I was like, okay. But I would later go strike 9 spare, and then 4-bagger, 6 spare to shoot 224. Kind of made me mad because later down the road, it would be one thing where I question, actually just going into it, 205 the last game. I needed like 215 to secure the cut to make sure I was fully in it. And that's where that gutter kind of killed me, because if I got count and left a makeable, I would have easily made it, and I would have not had to worry and stress about making cut. But I shot 205, kind of one of the best 205s I've ever thrown. It wasn't clean. I split in the 9th frame. It was like a 210. I did spare it, and then I just got away from it. I went strike, pocket 4-pin, like the most flush 4-pin ever, and then I spared it to shoot 205. I didn't know if I was going to make the cut. I was kind of on the bubble. Someone passed me shooting. He had like front 8 or something. Still only shot like 220, 230. He ended up passing me, and I was like, well, if he passed me, he was the bubble last time, so I'm close. But one of the bowlers ahead of me bowled a really bad game, shot like 170, and he finished at plus 71, where I finished plus 76. So I ended up making the cut, which means we got some match play to go. So I think I got a couple of videos of that. So we'll take a look at that, analysis what happened. Some of these guys are some of the best bowlers I've ever faced in Minnesota. A couple of PBA card holders and a lot of college bowlers. So let's look into how that goes. And again, great qualifying, honestly, by me. I only missed 3 makeables. The 10 pin, a 128, and a full rack, which I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for, but when I had this much miss room and I got her. So let's get into it. All right, so match 1, tough loss. I did kind of force him to strike out. I did force him to strike out. If I would have, I got an 8 count on a good shot. Was throwing the theorem. Just 10th shot, just kind of got away. Left it 2-8. Very frustrating to me, honestly. If I just hit the pocket, get 9, I force a tie. If he gets 9, but because he had 8, I mean, it was tough. But he would end up punching out to beat me 227 and 225. Not much else I could do there. The one split, don't know what happened. But looking ahead into game 2, I did end up winning that one pretty comfortably. Faced Dawson Peterson, well known Minnesota youth bowler. He bowls a bunch of SYCs. He's going to Whitewater next year. But he's a good bowler. I do enjoy bowling against him. I threw the theorem, started with the like 9 spare, back 5, and I would later shoot 237 to his 217, which would give me a 30 pin boost. No videos on that one. I just came off a loss. My dad was kind of just trying to keep me in it mentally. So I just kind of bowled that game, tried to get a win on the belt. And that game was clean. So I go back to back clean games, actually. So I bowl a clean game against Dawson, and I'm about to bowl a clean game against Josh Kennedy, one of my best friends. Bowled lots of tournaments with him, doubles tournaments with him. Great guy, great bowler. Kind of cut that one short, but I only had like 1 shot recorded. I was very, very focused on this match because I don't like losing to someone that I'm really good friends with. So it's always a competitive match with him. But I did end up taking the win on that. Not very comfortably, actually. I'm pretty sure I only won by like 1 pin. I punched out, forcing him to double and get count. He went strike 7 or 8 and ended up losing to me like 225 to 224. So that was a really big win on me. I kind of was ahead on the match the entire time, and I just didn't make. I kind of took a big jump because the right lane, I did go Brooklyn like twice in the right lane, and that was because when I threw it, it instantly hooked at my foot and went left. So then I jumped 5 boards left, 5 and like 2, 5 and 3, and it still went Brooklyn. So I was like trying to throw something. So I switched to my electrifies just to see what it would do. Couldn't really get anything going, and okay, and it just I kind of grinded out a clean game to win that match. Looking ahead at the next match, I faced Javion Colson. He goes to Weber International. He was on the JV team. He also bowled the ISCs and would make the national bracket out there for singles, and his varsity team ended up winning the team. So congrats to them. He's a great bowler. He kind of was on fire all day. He kind of was like a little silent behind everyone, but he would end up shooting like 250, 270s, and he kind of smoked me. He had like the front six on me, so there wasn't much I can do. I threw good shots, and it just kind of was like a tough face like matchup for me because all my balls were hooking early, and when I would switch to something else, it would go too long. So I never really figured it out until like 10th frame. I switched to my GB4 and I would lose like 240 to 199. I mean, I shot a great 190 with one split. And then the rest of the game was clean. So it to me was a little defeating, but the man was throwing an attention star, started with front six, and I was like, well, thanks for not shooting 300 at least on me, and kind of joked with him. Great guy, but looking ahead to the next match, I don't even know what happened in the next match. To be honest, I bowled. His name was like I think it was Tyler, um, and I don't know. The man just put up a clean 220 against me, and I shot a clean 2-0. So not much I could do about that. The 200 was probably the best 200 I had. I stoned an 8 pin, 9 pin. I didn't even leave a 9 pin, but a couple wrapped hands. I would end up picking up a 210. Just some air shots. Body was kind of getting tired. Hadn't ate much all day. So I kind of just put myself in cruise control. The top five were pretty much set going into that game and into the position round with a little movement because of bonus pins. But going into position round, I was sitting 13th. I didn't break higher than 11th or 10th. Just some of those guys are insanely good, winning their matches like with 250s. So I did get up to the 10th spot, shot that 200, kind of kept even, and it just never moved me up or down. It just moved me down. And that last game, just kind of had fun with the guy. Shot 184. I did end up winning the match. So at a grand total, we finished 13th. It's always a great relief after coming from a break to make that cut. CBA tournaments are really hard. They're amateur level tournaments. Some of these guys bowl regionals all summer. I bowl against Brady Stearns all the time, and he ended up, I think, taking second. Will Manafee, he ended up winning, so shout out to him. He used to bowl for Mankato, and I think one other school, I can't remember. And they all bowl like regional level tournaments. Brady bowls PBAs every once in a while. So, I mean, shout outs to them. I did learn lots about my game. My coach kind of kept me in it throughout the time too, trying to keep me calm by texting him. He was bowling, so thanks Brandon for that. And my parents, family that came out and watched me, it was great. I know my teammates were, cheering me on, supporting me from wherever they were. So it feels great to come off, make some money on that tournament, kind of put myself out there. I haven't bowled any big tournaments recently, so that was the first big one, and I got it done. Got the cut. That was the goal. I could care less if I won that one right away. I just wanted to make a cut rookie season for them, and the next showing for that tournament is going to be June 22nd. So stay tuned for another one of those vlogs. But we made a cut, and we didn't finish last in the cut. So overall, can't be mad. So I just want to thank you guys again. It was a great time, great bowling. If you guys like the video, if you want to see more type vlogs like this, I know the camera quality is not great. I'm recording off of my laptop. My phone is what records for the content for all our videos until we get a professional grade camera. But we're working on that. We're trying to find the best ways to give you guys the best quality of videos. And not much else can be said. I got an award ceremony tonight. that a couple of my teammates are going to come hang out, coach. So maybe there will be a quick short for that. And yeah, just look out for more content. If you guys haven't seen any of the other videos, I highly recommend it. Kind of fun. We aren't really stressed on those kind of videos. We just want to have fun, try and give you guys some laughs. We're not trying to shoot 300, but we are. But if we can goof off, we can goof off. So thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Hopefully with Tyler.